Most of us tend to take printed materials for granted. But imagine life today if the printing press had never been invented. We would not have books, magazines, or newspapers. Posters, flyers, pamphlets, and mailers would not exist. But why do we need a printing press? Well, the printing press allows us to share large amounts of information quickly and in huge numbers. It has come to be known as one of the most important inventions of our time and has drastically changed the way society evolved. But do you know how the printing press was invented? Around the late 1430s, a German man named Johann Gutenberg was quite desperate to find a way to make money. At the time, there was a trend in attaching small mirrors to one's hat or clothes in order to soak up healing powers when visiting holy places or icons. The mirrors themselves were not significant, but Gutenberg quietly noted how lucrative it was to create mass amounts of a cheap product. However, during the 1300s to 1400s, people had developed a very basic form of printing. It involved letters or images cut on blocks of wood. The block would be dipped in ink and then stamped onto paper. Gutenberg realized that if he could use cut blocks within a machine, he could make the printing process a lot faster. Instead of using wooden blocks, he used metal. This came to be known as movable type machine. Though it's believed that the first movable type printing press was invented in China by an alchemist named Bai Shan around the year 1040 AD. But what set Gutenberg apart from his Chinese predecessors was the mechanization of the transfer from movable type to print. By automating the process using machines rather than hand assembly, mass production was made possible combined with superior ink using linseed oil and the soot instead of the Chinese water-based ink. This is how cost-efficient production printing of books began on an industrial scale, and the print industry began on its exponential profitable growth journey. With access to printing presses, scientists, philosophers, politicians, and religious officials could replicate their ideas quickly and make them available to large audiences. In today's industry, the most competitive, efficient firms tend to use this incredibly reliable piece of machinery, and it will be interesting to see the next breakthrough regarding quality and automation. Printing firms will continue to seek new business and improvements regarding productivity, and waste reduction will be a key selling point for suppliers like Heidelberg. The industry has certainly come a long way since the wooden blocks and clay tablets mentioned earlier.